What is up, man? It's been a minute since I cranked one of these lives for y'all fools at the gig. You feel me? It's gonna be no face live. But listen, man, I honestly wanted to discuss something important, man. It's competition, man. And personally, sometimes when you a winner, bro, a lot of people gonna try to compete with you because they feel like they're losers, man. And these people feeling like they're losers, bro, they will literally go out of their way to compete with you when they're not even in your ballpark of life. Because what do I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie. The guy says it's not wise to compete with others, because you should just focus on yourself. But the reason I really had to crank this live, man, I'm at the gig right now. As y'all can see, I see the open sign right there, man. I'm at the gig, man. I'm actually speaking of the gig, bro. Shout out to the gig, man. I appreciate the gig. They did show me some love yesterday. I came in, I received a letter and I got a raise. You know what I mean? And me getting a raise is fantastic, bro, because it means that they pay attention, bro. You know, a lot of jobs I worked at personally, I ain't really think corporate really cared. You know what I mean? But it seems like corporate right here at this gig, they kind of sit more in the backside, but they watch. You feel me? They watch who's showing up to work. They watch who's coming in to work. And I've kept good attendance here, bro. I've showed up almost every day except for one day. That's when I had like a stomach flu or something. I just ain't want to be at the job with the bubble guts. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, they showed that they care about the work that I put in because they gave me a raise. Now, I'm very happy for the raise. I'm very appreciative, bro. Because I ain't been here that long. To be getting a raise is always good. So, but I ain't gonna hold you, bro. It's like an individual here. I would say they like the ultimate control freak. Depressed. They come off depressed to me if you ask me because fam, I don't work with this person before plenty of times, bro. I done had conversations with this individual. I done talked to this individual, but I feel like personally, this individual either has like a vendetta against me or they gotta be jealous of me. And when I say they gotta be jealous of me, man, it's like imagine working multiple shifts with a person and you spoken to the person, talked to the person. The persons came and talked to you about Funyuns, bro, the chips Funyuns, and made a joke and you laugh, you know what I mean? Because it's one of your coworkers. You don't have a problem with this guy. Then fast forward, you come to work and I got like a little physique, bro. I ain't like the most buffest guy, but I'm in shape. I got an 8 pack, I got some biceps. So I came to work one day, man. It's a hot day, fool. I don't even wear cut shirts to work. But it was so hot this day, I ain't got AC in the whip. The AC in the car don't work. You know what I mean? So I got the windows down, but it's hot. So I had to cut off sleeve shirt because the day before, I don't like my armpits sweating, bro. Once my armpits start sweating, I get uncomfortable because it's like I just don't like that. You know what I mean? So there's times I might take tissue and put it under my arm, like just because I sweat fast under my armpits. So I wore my sleeveless shirt this day, fam. So I come into work and I had it's a little shorty that work in here. She like a black shorty. She got some balls on her. So I flirt with her here and there. So I come in the first day with that shirt because it was hot the whole week. She like, oh, you think this is fashion show, da 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 da. But she just slick flirting. Trying. She don't want to say I look good, but she know I look decent. You know what I mean? Because bro, I do push-ups. Long story short, bro, I had to go get the keys on a different day, and I wore a different cut-up shirt. And dog, it's a driver here. I don't work bad shifts with this man. I done talked to this man. This man literally sees me walking in the parking lot, fool. I'm not because I work with in a parking lot like we around people's cars. So as I'm walking in the parking lot, fool, this dude pulls up and he parks in front of me in the direction I'm walking. So I don't think nothing of it. Cause keep in mind, bro, I don't work with this guy plenty of times. I done talked to this guy. We not besties or nothing, but it's been communication. So as I'm approaching, I walk past the shuttle he's in, their drivers. He's like, "What are you doing?" So I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm just walking." Because for me to get to like the office, I gotta go through the ramp from the parking lot to the ramp. So as I enter the ramp, he's like, "What are you doing?" So I'm like, "Look, I'm just walking, man. Is everything all right?" And he's like, do you work here, bro? I've worked plenty shifts with this guy, bro. Talked to this guy. This guy that came and talked to me about Funyuns. I don't even care about Funyuns. You feel me? And he literally was like acting as if I was an intruder at my workplace because I had on a different sleeveless shirt, bro. I ain't even clock in yet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, boss, how you doing today? All right, no worries. Uh, you guys have a great day. So, bro, as I'm walking up, bro, this man hop out on me like he's the police. Now, keep in mind, he's not a security guard for this job, bro. He's a regular driver. He's a normal guy. He doesn't need to do any of this, but it's like he's treating me as if I'm like a homeless guy at the job, bro. All I did was had a sleeveless cutout shirt. I still had my work pants on. I ain't even getting my workstation yet. I'm going to get the keys. So when he hops out on me, he's like, "What are you doing?" So I'm like, "Yo," I say his name. Now, for you not to know somebody and them to know your name is a way for them to like validate that. Look, they work here. So when I say his name, he's like, "How do you know my name?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, I don't work mad shifts with you, bro. You don't talk to me." So as I'm saying that, hey T, we got a party on one intern a lot. Great pickup truck. So so when I say this man name, bro, this man proceeds to like approach me, but he wanted like a confrontation, bro. Because the way this guy approached me was almost like he was the police. He's a regular driver. So I kind of like ignore that junk, bro. Now today I'm working today. There was another time I came in to pick up a shift. The same dude, you see how I just talk on a walkie, bro. I barely talk on a walkie here because they be competing with me about talking on a walkie, bro. So I remember I was working the mornings. I don't work mornings, but I'm picking up for somebody, so they must do stuff different in the mornings. But if you're like a leader, you kind of get everybody acclimated. You don't like shout at a person like or try to dominate them. That's his vibe. But it's like, yo, bro, ain't nobody gonna dominate me, fam. I'm the dominator. If I'm being cool, you gotta be cool. But when I'm not being cool, I can fully dominate you if I want. But this is not the place for that. So I remember, giving dispatch orders over the radio, and bro, every time I give an order, this man it literally try to undermine me, and then I'm like, "Yo, what's up with him?" So I was like, "Yo, is everything good?" He like, "Yeah, we just do things different in the morning." So I'm like, "All right, back for sure, I got it." So I fell back. Now today, bro, I work outside, bro. As y'all can see, it's like I don't know if y'all can see the sky. It's outside. You know what I mean? It's outside. So it's customers that come in and I gotta walk out of my little booth to go help out. So, bro, generally this is my task. The drivers don't really have to do this. They could kick back in the shuttles and just be smooth. This guy's parked all the way at the end of the entryway, bro. He literally has to walk like 15 steps to help the customers compared to me. I just gotta walk like probably 4. So it's a decent looking lady that come in, fam. She like a middle aged white lady, probably like late 30s, going on a vacation, brunette. So usually when they come in, they got like a check-in code. Sometimes they need help with this code. So, broski, I personally don't even be rushing to go help the people because I like to give them the time to see if they got the ability to figure it out themselves. Because a lot of the customers, gang, they want to be able to get themselves in and out of the facility, bro. You know what I mean? It makes them feel good. It's just, it's like a thing to know, like, how to get out of here and get in there is what they want to do. So, fool, she's struggling, so I give it a while. So, boom, I'm like, I bet I'm going to go out there and help her out. So, as I go out there, I'm trying to help her out, but some of the codes, bro, they a little too pixelized, so they won't scan as well. So, bro, as I'm helping this lady, I'm trying to scan the code. It's not scanning. I'm like, yo, okay, I just manually put her in there. All I would have to do is enter some information based on her reservation, bro. As I'm about to go do that, I just was holding the lady's phone to memorize the code. This man walks 15 stairs up, grabs the phone from me. He's like, hey, what's going on? Let me see here. Grabs the code. You know, the code worked because he forced the phone to like the thing, but it was like the manner in which he did it was like to dominate me or some shit. So as I'm trying to like get a lady her phone back, he snatches the phone. And I'm looking like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, this isn't somebody I might just literally have to avoid because what I realized with people like that, so what I realized with people like that, bro, it all comes down to narcissism. You know what I mean? And when I say narcissism, these the people that always try to compete with you are very narcissistic, bro. Very narcissistic, fam. And a situation like that, it just showed me like this guy needs to be the guy that's getting all the attention, the guy that's in control, the guy that dominates everyone, and that makes that person feel good. Because, bro, if we're not competing to help a customer, the lady didn't even like this guy. You know, I doubt she liked me like that. She just want to get in here, park her car, and take a trip. But my man's come, bro. I'm talking about snatches the phone from me, like he just needs to be the one that scans the code. You know what I mean? So I'm like, nah, bro. This is somebody I'm gonna have to avoid when I'm on the shits with them because you go out of your way to be in my way because you're a narcissist. You know what I mean? And for some reason, you either harassing me, acting like I'm just a total stranger at my workplace, even though you work multiple shifts with me. That don't make you feel good enough because I ignored you. You know what I mean? Me helping a decent looking lady and you coming and interfering to make yourself look like the hero or whatsoever. I don't know. That might not make you feel good enough either. Cause bro, every time I'm here, you always doing some weird ass shit. And you's a old ass man. You know, I'm a young dude, fool. This man probably like, a little bit younger than my pops or some shit. But he's a white dude. And I'm talking about he gotta be a pure narcissist, bro. This man look like the leader of of Bugs World. Y'all ever seen a Bugs World when the grasshoppers come back? You know what I mean? And from taking their food from the ants, and they got the leader. He's like, hey, the little minions was like, hey, boss, don't worry about it. It's only one ant. He's like, one ant? Now, one ant is not a problem. It really becomes a problem when all the ants stand up to you. You'll literally look like that guy in the face, gang. So it's like, yo, bro, I don't know what he tried to compete with me for. Hey, next how you doing? I just got to scan the QR code, or okay, it would have been on your phone. I don't know. You came in, so if you go to your email, you just have to look up Park and Fly in the email, and it should pull up. It should pull up email that has that code with the name. Okay, do you remember your email? Okay, did you swipe a card? You have that card. Okay, let me swipe that card. Usually when you come in, you either use a QR code or you swipe the card at the entry. And so if you swipe that card, it should pull up your account. Okay, of course. Yeah. So you got here on the 26th at 8:04, correct? Okay, it's gonna be $60.39 on that card, all right? But next time, futuristic, if you swipe the card, just give the cashier the same card, use the QR code, whatever email they can find it, all right? Yeah, have a great day. Uh, Yo, Squad, I'm still here, man. Y'all hear that boy customer service top notch. Hey, boys, how you doing? I can take care of you. All right, you guys take care. But yeah, man, like what I'm saying is, bro, look like literally like the leader from that Bugs Life movie where it's like, you think one inch is not a problem? Imagine if a million ants step up to you. 4 ants, I'm talking about ugly as shit in the face, and he trying to compete for the customers. It's like, okay, we both here to get paid. Sit your narcissistic ass down, man. You old ass white dude, you feel me? I wish I could hit him with one of those, but I gotta be professional here, man. But it's just obnoxious. That's like obnoxious behavior from a grown ass man that's way older than you, competing for nothing. Like even if I put the walkie on for y'all to kind of like listen to they communication with each other, bro, it's very like not respectful. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the time when it comes to even talking on the walkie, bro, they be hating on me because I got a good ass voice. But I didn't ask God to give me this voice. You know what I'm saying? God gave each and every one of us our voice, bro. But when I talk on the walkie, it's like they don't want to hear that, even though it sounds better than all of them. When they talk on the walkie, they talk on the walkie, this how, bro, I'm telling y'all, this how they be talking on the walkie, bro. That shit is obnoxious. You feel me? I get on the walkie, bro. It's like, yo, team. You know what I'm saying? Smooth, but they compete with me about the walkie. So I let them talk on the walkie, bro. When his car is coming in and I'm supposed to announce, I let them announce it. You know what I mean? So they feel happier. You know what I mean? But don't be competing with nobody out there, bro. It's a lot of narcissism, bro. Like a lot of the people that want to compete with others are narcissistic individuals, gang. They just want to be a diva, center of attention, validated every second of their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I literally get annoyed of people like that, especially older people, bro. They're mad annoying. It's like, damn, you about like 67. Your old ass ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? Like you might well call it raps. You feel me? But I can't even say none of that type of shit. Cause that's the type of shit that I really check somebody like that, man. Sit your old ass down, man. Let me help the customer, bro. You so thirsty, like if you help this lady, she's gonna be, oh my god, you're so handsome. Like, here's my car, my car. Like these dudes are winning. These people that's coming in, they're taking business trips, vacations. You think they care about you, gang? They just need you to have good customer service. But I'm working with a narcissist who I don't know. He's trying to compete with me. It's like, bro, your old ass can never compete with me. You look like a grasshopper in the face, man. You about to cook your old ass. Dude look like a grasshopper in the body, a praying mantis. But I just get annoyed at this stuff like that, man, because imagine how awkward it is when you're assisting a customer. You obviously got it under control. Because to be honest, I say besides another person in my position, I'm one of the best people in the position as far as showing up, doing the work, having a good attitude, shit like that. So I can obviously handle the customer, but it's like you want to seem so heroic and dominate every situation. You come insert yourself in a situation you ain't even gotta be there. You snatch the phone, but I just look at it like, gang, I ain't gonna lie. He's getting to the point he's annoying the shit out of me to where I might have to directly like knock the wind out of him what I mean? Like check them a little bit, because it's like, you an old ass man. You ain't even supposed to be acting like that, bro. You think I'm supposed to respect an old man that's a narcissistic, competitive, attention? You know what I mean? Like I can't respect that. You supposed to be cool, relaxed, calm. You feel me? But you know, I love y'all, man. I just tell y'all. I just tell y'all that because look, at the end of the day, man, don't compete with nobody, bro. Except you in the game, you playing basketball, football, like you on 2K, COD mobile, but everybody that's trying to compete with you, they're narcissists, bro. They have nothing going. You know what I mean? The only validation comes from them trying to compare themselves to a person they not even close to in proximity of living. They not even close to in proximity of mental capacity, spiritual awareness, strength, intelligence, bro. These mother weak as shit. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people that try to compete with you, bro. Weak individuals, fam. Like a dude like that, I know when he go home, he hates his life. Cause he like a friggin' 50-something-year-old white man. He supposed to be in the prime age of his life. He trying to compete with a younger black dude who he barely sees. You feel me? I barely see this clown, bro. I see this man probably twice a week or something. Not even physically see him. He's here. Like me to scan it for you. All right. Yeah. But yeah, man, he not even really in my ballpark range of people that I regularly interact with. You feel me? So it's like, dang, my boy be thinking about me when I ain't even hit. Because for him to come do that today, it's like, but I just came to the conclusion I gotta avoid him because it's the ultimate window, bro. Hey, bitch, how you doing? Got it? All right. Good. So, but I just gotta avoid an individual like that. I don't want that type of person even close to me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever spiritual, narcissistic battles you fighting, man, don't compete with me, man. Go over there. For me, I ain't got no time for your old ass. I come in for the money. You know what I'm saying? I expect you to be the same, but you come in to compete with your co-workers for the same money that we all we all getting. You know, the company got enough money for everybody, but the way dude be acting, like for instance, I'm gonna give you an example, right? There's other drivers he communicates with. So when we have people enter the facility, you know, these guys gotta communicate with each other, but it's like all around communication. So it's a driver that obviously he saw the people coming to the facility. He literally announced it, bro. This dude was doing a drop off, like you know, dropping off some people that just came back. And he asked the other dudes, like, what's your ETA? Even though the guy literally just said, hey, I'm picking up the two that just entered the facility. He's like, what's your ETA? And the dude like, yo, bro, I'm like 50 seconds away. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna go let them know. But what's all that about, gang? Like, he saw the people. He's on the way there. You just gotta focus on your drop off. You know what I mean? But you such a narcissist, muff. You don't got nothing to do with that pickup, bro. You go pull over there to let him know he's 50 seconds away. You can't be serious, gang. You let him know he's 50 seconds away. You had to go let him know that was a prime message. Like, you just a weirdo. You feel me? And this is how you act with a lot of these people, the people you work with, bro. It's how you act all the time. So I just look at you like, bro, I do not even want you around me, bro. You're a weirdo, man. You feel me? Like all that type of behavior is unnecessary. What is it? Diva behavior, man. I don't want to say AW attention. You know what I mean? But it's like diva behavior, man. But this is what I noticed. And I'm like, man, I ain't gonna lie. You gotta be a narcissist because don't no regular person act like that. You gotta be a narcissist. Because the driver situation I'm telling you about, look, bro, the driver was literally behind the car. Literally. And he asked him, "What's your ETA?" But he not even picking those people up. You feel me? So it's like, dang, what's all the control freak behavior about, man? Are you insecure? Do you feel like to be a man you have to like supposedly try to dominate all other men? This is what he comes off at. This is all I like, all the vibes I get from that guy, man. And then his old ass would come do some weird stuff like, I got a window. The window you guys are seeing right now is the window that I look out of as far as like my workstation. He'd come park this old ass right in front of there. It's like, bro, you don't take your grasshopper looking ass to the side. Do not park right here. You ugly as shit, bro. I do not want to look at your narcissist, control freak, insecure, oh my, you know what I mean? Get your old ass over there. You feel me? But you do stuff like that thinking like, I don't know if it makes a difference in whatever you trying to accomplish. I just look at you like, take your grasshopper looking ass and park on the side. You like the last thing I want to see when I look at my vision. You know what I mean? In my POV, a old looking grasshopper narcissist. Y'all don't want to see that either. I want to see beautiful skies, the nice sunny blue skies. You know what I mean? But I just look at it like, man, everybody that always tries to compete with other people are narcissistic people, bro. They need everything to be about them at all times. And a weirdo like that, he might make a corny ass joke. I ain't even gonna laugh, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I just look at your personality like you too unhappy to be around me. You feel me? And it shows. The lady we was helping, bro, she didn't even care about this guy. You feel me? But it just made the whole situation awkward because I'm holding her phone and you snatch it from me, you know? And it was just everything about you is weird. I don't even know why the other drivers be rocking with your old ass, but you not even cool. I never rock with you. I ain't gonna lie, like, you not even cool, bro. You like a jealous, overly controlling. When I say controlling, I imagine if this dude got a wife, his wife hates him because he's a control freak. When he control guys, he try to control guys so much. Hey, miss, how's it going? All right. Oh, I think it's on your GPS right now. Oh, sorry. No, it's all right. You have something. No, it's all right. It's all right. All right. Have a good day, Miss Johnson. But yeah, man. If dude got a girl or a wife, he probably despise that man because he's super controlling. And I see it on height, bro. When you dealing with other men, you don't even gotta be controlling. You know what I mean? These are not your sons. These are grown men, and he's mad controlling with the other drivers. So I'm thinking like, man, imagine what this grasshopper looking motherfucker act like with his girl. He probably don't wear that. Take that off. Don't eat that. Mad controlling it. And he probably make every situation about him. I just wanted to tell y'all, man, listen, avoid everyone that's a narcissist that's trying to compete with you, bro. You don't have to compete with them. You need to avoid them at all costs. You know what I'm saying? Whatever validation they need, they gotta talk to God. You feel me? It don't matter if they try their hardest to compete with you, try to compare themselves to you. Whatever they do, bro, it's not gonna help them in the long run. You know what I'm saying? They still gonna have that emptiness inside. And when I look at that guy, that's what I see, man. Just a depressed 50-something-year-old. How you 50 and you just unhappy? But bro, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna give y'all a perspective. The job we do is so smooth. Y'all hear me talking to people like it's smooth, bro. So it's not like the job so stressful. He gotta act like that. He's just a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? And as the more and more I go, it's like every time somebody try to compete with you, think narcissism, narcissist, narcissism, narcissist. Because there's no other reason for anyone to try to compete with you besides focusing on what they got going. You know what I'm saying? And and what I'm the reason I'm making this live is because, bro, I feel like my goal is to help people have boss mentalities. Now, what do I mean boss mentality? Not like you a millionaire, nothing like that, but just your way of thinking has to be different. Now, what do I mean? Like a guy like that, I can never interact with that type of person, bro, because I'm a boss. Meaning that my mentality is so focused on me improving myself. I'm not depressed or insecure to the point where I gotta be jealous or go compete with somebody unless I'm playing the game. If I'm not playing the game, I don't need to compete, bro. If I'm not on 2K, I'm not playing actual basketball, I don't give a shit about competing because you're not that important to where I gotta worry about you. I should be worried about me. I'm more important. So you if you get what I'm saying, a true person that's truly happy can never be worried to compete with somebody else because they feel like they're more important than you. Does that make sense? It's like if you feel like you're more important than anyone, you don't even want to compete with them. People who don't feel like that about themselves want to compete with you. That's where the narcissism comes in. It's like, I need to compete with them so I can feel better. So I can feel like I'm a man. Or whatever it is. Because once, like I said, bro, once you got a boss's mentality, you feel like you so important, gang. You don't have the time to sit there to worry about competing with somebody else unless it's an actual sporting event, placement event, or like you really got to compete for this, you know? So in knowing that, that boss's mentality got to separate you, bro. And it's gonna have to separate me from a lot of stuff like that. So a guy like that, I can't even really interact with, bro. Less words. I don't even want to look at a person like that. You know what I'm saying? And all that revolves around the fact that if you're a boss, you can't tolerate certain stuff. It's not that you too good for it. It's just it shouldn't reach your doorway. You know what I mean? It shouldn't even get to your yard or get inside your vicinity. So this is how I need y'all to start moving. Y'all meet these weirdos, individuals, or whatever you want to call them. You don't got no time for them. And I know I be killing that dude whole mentality because the reaction he do things to get, it don't ever happen. To the point where he feels like, oh, okay, well, let me go sit in front of the office where he works. Like, bro, I don't give a shit about you. Your old ass can sit there for 50 years until you look like a skeleton. It wouldn't matter. But if you ask me if that's the view I prefer, I'm gonna say, nah, grasshopper looking dude. I'd rather your grasshopper looking ass be on the side where you're out of my view. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it a beam, but I can't even do that, man. I just gotta like, be cool and ignore an individual like that, fam. But I love y'all though, man. I want y'all to remember you have no need to compete unless it's in a physical competition, an actual competition. You're actually you want to place in a tournament because you should feel like you so important. You don't got time to think about another person. That's how I feel every day. I think about my pops and stuff like that. Like, dang, like how can I help my pops get easier life? How can I make his life easier? But as far as me thinking like, oh, I need to compete with this guy. Oh, I need to compete with that guy. Never. Because I feel like, yo, I'm way more important than those people. In my mind, that's how you should be always feeling. Like, man, I'm so important. I don't even got time to worry about that person. I'm so important. I don't got time to worry about that person. If you not feeling like that, you not ready. You gonna be trying to compete with each and everybody that you feel like is in a better position than you or you're jealous of. So jealousy to eliminate jealousy is like, bro, start looking at yourself as you're important to the point where you don't have to think about others, man. And I don't want that to come off the wrong way. But think about others in the sense of having to compete with them, wanting to compete with them, feeling that you need to compete with them. Because only narcissists feel like they gotta compete, man. Only time I'm competing is if it's a real sporting situation. You know what I'm saying? Or we playing Call of Duty. I see how competitive I get on the COD mobile, but as far as doing that with people that I work with, bro, it's a lame. It's lame, bro. We make the same bread. We work for the same company. We're on the same team. We can compete with an existing opposite company, but not within the organization. You feel me? And I don't want y'all to be out there competing, bro. I really don't. It's low IQ. It's a form of low intelligence. You know, a form of high intelligence is feeling like bro, you so important. You ain't got time to think about what that man going on. You ain't got time to think about what that girl going on. You ain't got time to think about what anyone has going on except for your kids or your loved ones that you really are in tune with. You feel me? The ones you're really in tune with, and being in tune with your actual loved ones, you're not gonna be trying to compete with them. You know, competition is all narcissism, man. It's all about validation. Deals with validation. Like regular competition deals with validation. You came in sixth or first. I mean, is sixth place as valid as first? Not really. You feel me? Everybody want the first place, even the second place. Third place winners don't be happy like they want first. So it's all about validation and narcissism. Competition really in a sense is about narcissism, validation and narcissism. Because bro, let me give you an example real quick, right? All of us right now on the live, we go compete at a basketball tournament individually, but we all trying to place in this tournament. And the place in the tournament, they got 5 spots or whatever. So now some of us we make it into the top 5. Now we gonna be happy, but everybody that didn't make it into the top 5 instantly gonna feel different about their game. Cause now they're gonna compare the fact like, okay, not all of them, but most of them, like, dang, you telling me I ain't make it into the top 5 because of this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Now they're gonna validate themselves based on that result, bro. Because it's competition. So now the top 5, let's say it's 5 of us, and then only 3 of us make it to the final 3. The 2 that got eliminated, now they gotta validate themselves based on the fact that we made it to the final 3. This is how it goes. This is what sporting is. And then, although look, you might come in number 2, somebody take number 1. You don't even care about number 1 or number 2. You want number 1. That's why competition is validation. And then when you get number 1, you feeling yourself. You're like, yeah, I'm number 1. I'm the number 1 here. That's the narcissism. You know what I mean? So I can get it when it comes to to sports because I play sports. Of course, I want to be the best. Of course, I want to be better than you. Of course, every time this sporting come up, I want my name to come up. That's the validation. That's the narcissism right there. It's not really rocket science, but I'm here to tell you, bro, it's not smart to compete unless it's an actual sport that you have a passion for. Don't compete with other humans, bro. It's not your place. It's not what we supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be competing with other humans. We're not supposed to be competing with each other unless it's sporting or entertainment. So imagine me being somebody who's cool and then I gotta pretend to have a fake relationship with a narcissistic grasshopper 50-something-year-old dude. He should be in the prime stage of his life, but he hate on a young black dude that's younger than him. don't got time to have no conversation with a person like that. There's nothing there, you know. And it sucks that a lot of people in the world are like this, man, because you just can't give them a chance, man. You can't give them a chance. I gave dude a fair chance when I, originally worked with him the first 2 times. Then he act like he didn't remember me. And then I even called his name. He walked down on me like I don't remember you. So someone like that, what can I get from him? Nothing but like problems. But listen, I love y'all, man. I know this ain't like a super long live. I just really wanted to do this live, man, because I don't want y'all out there competing with people who are definitely unhappy, man. Their whole motive is to like validate themselves by either attacking you or I don't know intervening in what you got going, whatever it is, whatever the case might be, man. I'm here to tell you it don't matter, bro. Stay focused on what you got going because you feel like you're the most important person that matters. Besides your kids or your family, you know what I'm saying? And if you can do that, bro, you can have a smooth life. So that being said, I'm avoiding buddy 101, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, how you doing? Oh, I can help you out, man. It's a little easier. Sometimes I give people the option to use that. There we go. All right, is this for Zach Maines? All right, it's $64.19. You can pull ahead a little bit if you want. All right, 1 second here, Mr. Maines. Is it Maines or Manis? Manis, right? All right, man. Have a great day. Well, yeah, man. I love you guys. I just want you guys to understand that competition is for the weak, man. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm on that COD, then I'm different. You feel me? I'm overly competitive. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to working on the same team, same job, same customer service requirements, I don't got time to compete with you, bro. We're doing the same thing. You just driving. I'm just talking. But I don't know. I feel like a dude like that, he might need some. He ain't getting no box. Some dudes they don't get no box. They be going crazy. You feel me? I could get box regularly. I don't know. He look like he ain't getting no box. But I'm not gonna focus too much on bruh, man. Forget Buddy, you heard? He not even that important. We the ones, you feel me? So hey man, I love y'all, man. Crank y'all a quick mid live, man. Don't to compete with no narcissists out there. Focus on yourself. Focus on being great. If you are happy, you feel like look, you're way more too important to be thinking about stopping anyone else's motion or whatsoever. You know what I mean? I love you guys. I'm mad I can't read the chat right now. Wish I could read that chat, man. But until then, hey man.